I met a gypsy.
And specifically the Dakar, it has a funny way of telling you that you are not who you think you are.
That's such a good quote, bro. Like, you ain't the man.
Yeah, exactly. And it will prove it to you no matter the second you come in there thinking that you got it handled, it will prove to you that you don't. Like it literally you have to that's why I'm fortunate to have had those experiences because, now having this mentality, even on the factory team, yes, there's a expectation there that I need to win. They expect us to win. That's the point of being a factory racer. But in the Dakar, I know that it doesn't matter what what
must be just so humbling.
Yeah, and it is, and I feel like that's why I've been able to appreciate or I guess enjoy this whole process now, is because it's like, yeah, I am supposed to win and I want to win. I'm going to do my best every day, but also I'm going to probably look around a little bit because I might not be able to come ride through this area again. Like in Saudi this year, we were racing up through this city called Alula, and when you look at pictures and stuff, you're like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Like these big giant rock formations, all red rock and red sand and all this, and looks really beautiful and stuff. But I cannot express to you how incredible it was. Like we're coming in, we came from the refueling even before this, but at the refueling, we're looking into this just like death cloud. Like for sure it's going to rain on us. And then we get up close to it and it's like hanging over all these giant rock formations. I live next to Zion, which is like the most beautiful place on the world, I think.
So you've got a reference point.
Yeah, and then I'm racing through this stuff that's just massive, like these huge giant rock formations that I'm like, whoa, like I catch myself going, whoa, all the time when I'm racing through there. And then the clouds are hanging just at the tops of them. So it's kind of like dark and gloomy, but it's still like super vibrant. And then everything's green because it's been it's been raining through there. So the desert that's normally just barren and gross is green, and like all these different colors are contrasting and stuff. And we're on wet dirt, which is like the dream. And I rode through there and I was just like, I just started laughing. I was like, I'm in second place at the time, like physically I'm trying to chase down, trying to catch up to the opener, and I'm like taking my time to like look around. I'm like, and then I actually started getting emotional because I'm like, when is anyone ever gonna like have an experience like this? And you go living in US, everything is closed down, protected. We don't go, you're gonna ruin the environment on doing whatever you're doing. And we're racing through a place I was like, there's no way if this was in US this would be open. Like this is the most beautiful thing ever. It's so insane. I get to ride my dirt bike through it. Like I started getting emotional. I'm like, this is the most cool, like this is the coolest experience ever. And I get to do it, and I get paid to do it, and it's just like, dude, like rally has opened up like this whole new side of me that I felt like was getting shut off. Like people talked about getting burnt out or whatever, and then you're okay, well, if this is what you want, you need to work for it, and getting burnt out is just you being a pussy and all this kind of stuff or whatever. But like racing in Baja, it, like you say, it comes down to who has the money to go spend and time available to go down there and spend a month of pre-running and cutting in their own lines. So it doesn't matter like how many times you ride the race course, you can make your own. If the race course is blown out here and you go 100 meters over to the left and you cut in a line through the trees that's full gas, and then you hide that so only you know about it. So you could be like putting in this hero of a ride, and you get off the ride and you're like, yeah, sick. And you got passed by someone you didn't even see. And you're just like, it's just such a freaking punch. And that kind of stuff just started eating away at me because I'm like, dude, I know I'm capable as a rider, that I can do well here, and I'm just getting my doors blown off because
it's just not raw in that lets you showcase that. Whereas you go into the rally in somewhere like Saudi where it is the definition of raw.
And nobody knows where they're going.
Everyone's
seen the road book for the first time at the same time as you're seeing it. It doesn't matter how fast you are. You can be the biggest gangster on a motorcycle ever, and you go out there and you put a road book in front of your face, and sometimes it just doesn't translate.
Yeah.
There's some of the fastest dudes I've ever seen that have tried rally, and it just doesn't compute.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to navigate. You got to be able to read and focus on the terrain. You got to be able to be fast. You got to be like, the reading terrain is such a huge part of it.
Oh, and at the speed, man.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard, dude.
Yeah. So there's so many different aspects. And then the mental toughness of it. You know, you have to it just rained on you and it's 0 degrees outside or 32. And you're freezing cold and it's 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. And now you have to race. Like, you got to get your head in the game. And then you got to go 4 hours on like all of these different types of aspects. You got the road book, you got yourself, you got the bike, you got the terrain in front of you, you got all this kind of stuff that you have to piece together. And then you have probably some issues during that day that you're going to have to like
shake it off, baby.
Shake it off. You got to keep going. You know, you can't get angry about it. It is what it is. All right. Like, don't make the mistake as you're moving forward. Things like this. Like, you know, there's so much different stuff that's just so raw, like you say, like that you'll never. I don't think I've ever raced a hare and hound or whatever and all this kind of stuff and just felt like this, like it's you and the machine and the road book. There's other people out there racing, but
but they're almost like inconsequential.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Like this one's on you, how well you can do, you know, and I like that aspect of racing so much. It lit this fire. I was so burnt out, like, oh man, every single weekend I got to go to the race. And it's not really like making that step. I'm not seeing a benefit from it. And then you go to Baja. All right, this is going to be the one. And it's the same kind of feeling. And then you race rally, and I didn't care. Like, yeah, I want to make the step, but I was just like, this is like the first time I put a road book in front of my face, and it like the navigation starts clicking. You make the turn, you're like, oh, that was right. Next turn, that was right. And then you're just like, this is sick. Like, this is cool. I don't know where I'm going, but I do. Like, I have, you know, things like that. It's just like, it was so much fun. And then I'm like, then I did my first rally, and it's actually funny too. I have it on GoPro. I'm racing the rally, and I go up to the top of the dune in Sonora, and I stop, and I went, whoa, and I just stopped on top of the dune in the middle of the race, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. And that year, Scott Bright, he wanted to win the rally. And it's me and him going back and forth. It's my first time ever riding. He's done the Dakar before, and he's a veteran and all that kind of stuff. I was faster, but he was much better at racing rally. So I would go, I'd catch up to him, and and then I get lost. I figure it out, and I come back, and I catch back up to him, and you just go like this, and and then I get lost again, and I come back.
That's hilarious.
And then he got sick of that. So next time it happened, he stopped. He's racing the race, and he stopped and he goes, why did you make that? He starts coaching me in the middle of the race. He goes, why are you doing that? No, see, look at this. Okay, now go this way. All right, go on. Take it easy. Go slower. And he's like coaching me.
That's pretty cool.
He's trying to win the race. I'm his competitor, and he's trying to help me do better.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GYPSYTales.com. packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.